Umaga po sa lahat. As we begin our press conference for today, let me first read the statement of Hakbang na Maisu. Never again to Marcos dictatorship. This is our Luksang Bayan, which will be happen on 21st of September 2024 at Liwasang Bonifacio. On September 21, 2024, it will be 50 years since the dictator Ferdinand Marcos Sr. declared martial law. It was a reign of terror, anguish, pain, sufferings, death, from which the scars remain in many homes and families to this day. It was a dark moment in our nation's history when our people suffered not at the hands of foreign invaders but a betrayal by one of our own. The observance this year forces the Filipino to pause and reflect on the dangers and destruction that dictatorship imposes on the nation. It is not only because the son and namesake, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is slowly but unmistakably dragging back the nation to dictatorship. It is that his administration has taken the country to its lowest depths in times of peace. While the ordinary Filipino is suffering from inflation, poverty and crime, BBM and his minions, particularly the oligarchs and his political allies, wallow in extravagance and luxury, perhaps unrivaled at any other time in our nation's history. While more and more Filipinos are dropping under the poverty level, the privileged few good obscenely richer. While more and more Filipinos are giving up rights and privileges in exchange for government-sponsored ayudas and dole-outs. Those who are in the good graces of the Marcoses and their minions increasingly abuse their power by harassing and persecuting political opponents, particularly the Duterte family and those who serve under them at the slightest provocation. While Congress and the Senate treat the viewing public a spectacle of arrogance and abuse of their legislative powers by humiliating and subjecting critics to trial by publicity, the man on the street struggle with the daily challenge of coping with the decreasing value of the peso and the rising incidence of criminality and government's inability to deal with natural disasters. One of the lessons Filipinos learned during the reign of a greed and savagery of Marcos Sr. dictatorship was that it cannot count on the politicians, big businessmen, media, and even the church to rise up and defend them. They will have to do it on their own. Another lesson was that Filipinos waited too long to stand up and oppose the abuses and excesses of the Marcos dictatorship. The Filipinos were patient for 52 years until everything was taken away from them. Their freedom, their dignity, their hopes, and even their very lives. They say the fruit does not fall from the tree. BBM certainly is the dictator's son in more ways than one. There is no mistaking the creeping dictatorship in our midst, in the looting of government coffers and the rape of democracy. Even worse than the father, BBM has not bothered to hide his drug problem and has refused to address calls for a hair follicle drug test which his allies divert by making a public spectacle of the shameless witch hunt not only of Duterte allies but all the business rivals of their cronies. The mainstream media willingly plays its part by its one-sided coverage of the demolition job against critics while remaining completely silent to the calls for hair follicle drug tests of BBM and those in circle of power. While allegations of all sorts have been thrown at Vice President Sara Duterte and those who serve under former President Rodrigo Duterte, mainstream media has not reported the calls for accountability and transparency in the spending of BBM. Speaker Romualdez, senators and congressmen, particularly on their abusive practice of liquidation by certification audit. except for a few commentators and columnists who ask the right questions in dare to criticize abuses, most reports and commentaries make it appear that the country is on the right track and there is nothing to be concerned and afraid of. Also hovering dangerously is the on-again, off-again push to change the Constitution by the People's Initiative, a deception in itself because this has never been a People's Initiative but a naked scheme to legalize the perpetuation in power of the Marcos and Romualdez families. While it has been put out on hold due to the people's fierce opposition, the PI is not yet dead. It will set into motion when the people are preoccupied with other urgent concerns not to notice it. Over and above all these threats in the unmistakable drift to war over the West Philippine Sea, a disputed body of water that millions of Filipinos will never visit in their lifetime and will not bring about a change in their lives even if the unthinkable victory happens. It is a war where Filipinos have nothing to gain and everything to lose, a cause not worth fighting and dying for. Sadly, while the Philippines gained no small measure of respect and stability during the administration of former President Duterte, the Marcos dictatorship has wasted the political capital it inherited. Once again, the Philippines is trailing not just the best performers in the Asian region, but even the tail enders in terms of the economy. Government efficiency and peace and order. BBM has also alienated the Philippines from its neighbors when it allowed military bases on its shores, going against the tide in a region increasingly assertive of its independence. Not everything is lost, however. The hakbang na may sug, or the step of the brave, has planted the seeds of defiance amid a sea of indifference. Despite the manipulation and harassment of the Marcos administration and Speaker Martin Romualdez, it is slowly and steadily gaining ground. More and more people have found their voices to criticize wrongdoing and help in making ordinary people aware that it is time to unite in the face of danger. On September 21, 2024, hakbang na maisog will join Filipinos from all walks of life to converge in at least 3 different areas for a national indignation protest action dubbed as Luksang Bayan 921 to deliver the message that the administration and their cabal do not want to hear. Never again to Marcos dictatorship. There is no more time to waste. Let us not wait until there is no more food on the table. When every social media post is censored, when one of our loved ones is hurt or killed by criminals, or when all our able-bodied soldiers are fed to the slaughter in a senseless war. As a gesture of solidarity, all Filipinos who sympathize with this cause to end the dictatorship are enjoined to wear black on September 21, whether they are joining the mobilization or not. Let us flood the country with black to show the world that our people in the mourning the rape of democracy, the death of good government, the deaths of our sons and daughters at the hands of the drug-crazed criminals in the streets and in the approaching war. It is time to tell BBM, the dictator, that we can no longer tolerate his refusal to undergo the hair follicle drug test, the abuses and excesses of Congress and the Senate, corruption in all levels, and increasing poverty. Dismantle the Marcos Romualdez dictatorship. Transparency and accountability in government. No to people's war, no to war, and defend the flag. That is our battle cry. Magandang umaga po, mabuhay po tayo lahat.